Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day this video finds you. It's your boy Jay here, and I'm coming back at you again with some builds to consider for Sunbreak. And today's weapon is going to be the sword and shield, baby. Okay, I got some interesting, unique builds coming your way for sword and shield, okay? So yeah, that's enough preamble. Let's jump right into it, all right? So up first, you can see it. I got the high ninja sword, baby. So instead of the Nargacuga this go around, excuse me, instead of the Nargacuga this go around, we're gonna use the high ninja sword. Why? It comes with 100% infinity, no Wex needed. It just comes off the rip, like 100% infinity, straight up. That's just how the weapon works, right? So no Wex needed. So because we don't need Wex, there will be no Valstrax here, okay? And you know, we can use a different talisman than we usually do to achieve some different things when it comes to the build, right? So high ninja sword, as you know, it comes with green sharpness. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sprinkle a little handicraft on top to get some blue sharpness so we can cut through those master rank hides, right? Because I don't think green sharpness is gonna be cutting it when it comes to these master rank hides. So I got some handicraft in there to get some blue, and then of course we're gonna use the tried and true combination of protective polish plus speed sharpening so that you can pass that whetstone once, and then you've got, you know, 90 seconds of a good blue with 100% infinity, right? So yeah, Death Stench Brain, love this piece. Comes with a protective polish, gemmed in a critical boost, right? Because you want critical boost because you have 100% infinity everywhere on the monster. So you want your critical hits to go even further, right? Instead of the 1.25, you get the 1.4 damage, right? Incredible. Barath Mail is incredible as usual. We love this piece. Another critical boost gemmed in here. Barath comes with attack boost and 2 defense boost. Easy to see why I used it. Now the Sinister Gauntlets S. This is a piece you haven't seen in my build videos yet. It comes with Hellfire Cloak, which I don't really care for. And it doesn't really mess with you all that much. Not at level 1 at least, right? Let me check. Yeah, level 1 reduces damage from Hellfire. So it's not like you're gonna be walking around and get Hellfire, like, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. We don't even really use it. Yeah, it comes with 2 handicraft, and then I threw in a critical boost on top of that, right? So we've already finished up the critical boost, I believe, right? Yeah. So yeah, easy. Anjanath Coil, you know why this is here. I got an extra attack boost on top, and then threw in 2 stun resist, and then the Damascus Greaves are here for even more points of handicraft to get even more blue than we already got, right? That way when the protective polish wears off, it's not priority number 1 to hurry up and get a sharpen, right? You got a little bit of time before that blue wears off, right? And then the charm for today is a 2 protective polish with a 3 slot. Threw in an attack boost on top of that. You know, just not trying to squeeze the most out of the charm, right? Because the charms are going to be the most variable part of these builds. I mean, these builds are a skeleton, right? And you use the best charm that you have. Now, if you've been rolling charms this whole time ever since the game's released, you're gonna have charms that are better or equal to something that I use, and you're gonna have to maybe switch around some pieces to get the same result. But I try not to use my super godlike charms in these builds because that's just not fair, right? So yeah, 2 protective polish plus the Death Stench Brain, and that finishes up the protective polish, so you get the full 90 seconds of the blue sharpness plus this little sliver of blue on top. So I'm wagering anything around the realm of 100 to 110 seconds of blue sharpness, depending on if you're doing a lot of what's it called, perfect rush combos, right? Because that's gonna wear on your sharpness pretty quickly. But yeah, so that's the build. Let's pull out the this look around at it, right? So I got attack boost 5 here, right? Just enough to get 6% bonus, right? Like I said before, you want to get at least 4 attack boosts so you can get that percent bonus on top, right? So we got the 6% bonus, and then the handicraft 4 with the crit boost 3. Crit boost 3 is super important here on this build. Like I said, 100% infinity off the rip with the weapon. 100% everywhere. This ain't no, oh, on weak points only. No. 100% everywhere. Every hit you do is a crit, baby. So we want to push those crits to the highest we can. Max crit boost, right? And then max protective polish for the 90 seconds. And then level 3 defense boost, right? I think I threw in I didn't talk about what I gemmed in on the sword itself, but whatever. Got a little extra defense boost, right? That way I get to level 3, so I get the 5% defense bonus on top, so I can survive these hits from these master rank monsters. Stun res, you don't get stunned, right? So you can play kind of stupid, get slapped around a little bit. Wirefall is always there. And then speed sharpening level 2. Didn't quite squeeze out max speed sharpening. That's okay. Like I said, we still have some blue after the protective polish wears off, so you're still gonna be sharpening up pretty quickly. 2 passes from a stone, sharpened up, good to go. And then level 1 Hellfire Cloak, which is just kind of leftovers based on the arm that we used for the 2 points of handicraft. So yeah, that's gonna be our first build, man. The High Ninja Sword build, 100% crit, right? This means you're not gonna be seeing no Nargacuga on these builds, man. All right, yeah. So boom, the 3 slots that I used here are gonna be the 2 speed sharpening and then the defense boost on top. Okay. So yes, on to our next build. Oh my god, pages and pages and pages of builds. Here we go. Poison. All right, let's head back over here. So I turned off my layered armor so you guys can kind of see what I have, you know, on. That way it makes it a little easier to copy, right? But I go over it in great detail anyway. So let's pose up and let's take a look here. So I went with poison because poison is kind of like universally a good thing. Like all monsters are a little bit susceptible to poison, right? So you can squeeze out a little bit more damage. So yeah, and strangely enough, the SNS doesn't have a Chameleos sort of shield. So I went with maxed out Rathian, Queen's Rapier, a sliver of blue on there, 28 poison, 10% affinity, 220 attack though. Big attack number, right? Big attack number. So yeah, Kaiser Crown is here in full force. Barath Mail, however, check this out. Not Valstrax Greaves like usual. Not Valstrax Greaves like usual. And I went with the Ingot Greaves instead, right? So yeah, and then got a pretty good charm here. I mean, Slugger 1, Wex 1, and then gemmed in 2 speed sharpening on top. So a pretty good charm, but not like the best of the best, right? So yeah, Kaiser Crown here. We get 3 critical eye. We get a crit boost. And then threw in a defense boost on top to get that % bonus defense boost, right? Gonna need all the help we can get when going up against these master rank monsters. Barath Mail is here in full force, gemmed in a weakness exploit on top. Rathalos braces are here. They come with 2 attack, and then I threw in a second point of weakness exploit. Anjanath Coil is here as usual to mainstay. 1 protective polish, 2 stun resists is what I've gemmed in. Comes with the 2 attack boosts, and then the Ingot Greaves, a nice piece, a little low on the defense, but that's what we got that defense boost for. 2 attack boost, 2 critical eye, and a speed sharpening is what I've gemmed into it. And then the other Wex comes from my Talisman, as I talked about before, another piece of Slugger, and 2 speed sharpening on top of that. And then the weapon itself has no slots, and I don't have the Rampage skill, but I mean, you can either of the 2, right? If you really want to lean more into poison, you can go with the poison boost too, or you can just keep it pushing with the attack boost too. Doesn't matter. Pick however you feel, you know what I mean? So boom, let's open up this menu. So max attack boost, okay? Because that 220 attack, you know, max attack boost, 10% on top of that, that's 22 attack plus the bonus 10, that's 32 attack, a whopping 32 raw off the rip. Incredible, right? And then we ended up with critical eye 5, right, which is plus 25% affinity plus max Wex, which is going to end up at 75% affinity on these weak points. Pretty good, not bad, right? Defense boost level 3, 5% on top. You know how that goes. Speed sharpening level 3. You know how I feel about speed sharpening. It's incredible, right? 1 pass, you're ready for more action. Now I only managed to get protective polish 1 on this build, right? So now the effect only lasts 30 seconds, but so you'll find yourself sharpening a bit more. Bring a Palamute with you when you go out hunting until you can replace it with actual master rank gear. That way you can do those 1 passes while you're on the move. Makes sense? That way you're not grounded while you're doing all your sharpening. Stun resistance 2, because nobody likes to be stunned. Got 1 critical boost here. It just comes with the tail helmet. But, you know, crit boost is nice. Even though we're not doing like 100% crit on weak points, it's still going to be nice to get the extra 5% per crit of which we're going to get 75% on weak points. So pretty good. And then 1 slugger comes from my talisman, but I really needed the talisman for the 1 Wex. So yeah. And then the slots to help round out the speed sharpening. So yeah, that's this build. Just kind of an all around, like, no brain, like, what you can bring this weapon to any monster, because any and all monsters are going to be at least a little bit weak to poison. You're going to be able to get a poison proc or 2, which is going to be really helpful, chipping away at the bigger health pools of the master rank monsters. So yeah, that's this. Let me go to my actual stats here. Yeah, 267 attack and 35% affinity. Where did I get the extra affinity from? Because I thought I only got 25%. Oh, whatever. But yeah, boom, 267 attack. You know, plus your 50% on weak points. Apparently, we're gonna be doing 85%. Where did I get the extra critical? Did I read the critical eye wrong? Plus 25%. No, it's the 10% from the weapon. Stupid. That's what it is. Because the weapon comes with 10%. Excuse me. So you're doing 85%. Crits on weak points, right? Because I forgot about the 10% affinity on the weapon. That's what it is. So yeah, 267 attack, pretty big attack number, you know what I mean? Plus the poison procs, plus the 85% affinity, and the 467 defense. Not too bad, all things considered, right? So yeah, there's your poison build. Bring it to any monster, right? And then last but not least, something healer SNS, I've called this, okay? However, this is it's not just, you know, sit back and heal. I mean, you're gonna be able to do damage as well. I know y'all see that Magna Malo SNS on here, right? Now, let's open it up. Let's get to talking about this. Sinister Shade Keeper, okay? Ooh, you see that little sliver of white I managed to get on this bad boy? Anyway, Sinister Shade Keeper, I really picked this weapon because of the slots. You get a 2 and a 1 slot, right? Incredible. And then you're gonna get blast. So this is also a sword and shield you can bring to any monster. And you know, we managed to get a sliver of white on there. So, and I know y'all see that death stench brand, so you know protective polish is coming, blah blah blah, you know the spiel. So yeah, you can bring this to any monster. You're gonna be using blast procs. You're gonna get extra damage on top. However, this is the healing SNS build, okay? So I've actually focused this build on wide range and what is it? Heal plus? What's it called? What is it called? Recovery up. Wide range and recovery up, so that when you pop a potion, all your homies pop a potion too. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you drink a potion, anytime you look at, you know, your homie's health, somebody gets hit with a big attack, you're like, oh my god, he's almost dead. You just throw back a mega potion. He's gonna get a lot of the effects from the mega potion you drank too. And you're gonna heal up everybody, right? So it's gonna be kind of your job to look at everyone's health and be like, oh, you need some healing. Blow, you can throw back a potion, even if you don't need it yourself. And of course, whenever you get hit, let's say 3 out of the 4 you get hit with some big old AoE attack that the monster has, when you heal yourself, everyone else is gonna get healed up too. I've tested this build out, and yeah, it really works. It really works. So yeah, let's get into it. Sinister Shade Keeper, and it won't tell me what I've gemmed in on here. Oh, I've gemmed in wide range and speed sharpening on the sword and shield itself. Got the Death Stench Brain, and I threw in Weakness Exploit along with Protective Polish, right? You know what the Death Stench Brain is for by now. I use her a lot. Barathmael is back. Attack boost 1, 2 defense boost, and I threw in another wide range, okay? Valstrax here, you know, we're here. We got the other 2 points of Weakness Exploit plus another point of Protective Polish. Rathian Coil S. Now this is a piece I haven't used before, okay? But you get it. I threw in a Protective Polish jewel, but it also comes with another wide range and 2 points of recovery up. And then Damascus Greaves are here for Handicraft 2, right, so that we can get that sliver of white on there, right, so we can cut through almost any and all beginner master rank, right, until purple comes out later. So we can cut through the tough hides, threw on a defense boost on top, so I get the 5% defense bonus, so that, you know, I can take some hits in master rank. You know what I mean? These builds are for the future, right? I mean, defense boost kind of feels like null and void unless you're fighting an emergency quest or one of the buffed event quests, but hey, we're going into master rank with some high rank armor. You might want to squeeze on some defense boost. It's a 1 slot, whatever. And then this talisman here, It's kind of a good talisman. I just used my best wide range talisman. So I got 2 points of wide range plus a 3-slot gem. So I threw on a handicraft on there to once again help get that sliver of white. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the equipped skills just like this. We got max wide range, baby. So items affect nearby allies in a much wider radius with full efficacy. Okay, you drink a mega potion, your homies drink a mega potion, straight up. Cool. Now this is more like a paladin build, so we got max wex too. Okay, we're gonna be in there doing damage. Okay, so don't be all passive and ooh, I'm just here to heal. No, get in there and get you some. Get in there and get you some. Right. Level 3 handicraft, so we can get that sliver of white. Max protective polish, so we can hold on to that white as long as possible. 90 seconds. Right now I only managed to get 1 speed sharpening on this build. That's because I used up all my slots and stuff to get the max wide range, which was my priority in this build, making it a healer build, you know what I'm saying? And then defense boost level 3 for the 5% boost on the defense, recovery up 2. So I think this does pass on to the homies too, right? So like not only does your mega potion heal you more, it heals your homies more too, because full efficacy. Okay, full efficacy on the max wide range. And then we got 2 flinch free, so that you're not getting tripped up by everybody, you know, in the quest. But this is mostly leftovers from the talisman because I really needed it for the 2 wide range here. And then the dragon heart, 1 dragon heart comes from the Valstrax arms. However, you're not going to be triggering dragon heart very much because you're going to be looking at your party's health and you're going to be drinking potions for them, right? Whenever you see a homie in a particularly precarious position. Y'all like alliteration? Anyway, in a particularly precarious position, you're gonna drink a potion for him while, you know, he may not be able to. That way he can wirefall up and get back to attacking. That way your boys don't have to focus so much on healing themselves. They can kind of lean on you a little bit, and your party's DPS should rise as soon as they kind of realize, like, hey, yo, I don't gotta worry as much about healing because my guy is on top of it, right? So yeah, healer build SNS. And not a pushover, all right? Let's go back here and go back to the regular stats. I mean, 226 attack, 26 blast. You're going to be getting those blast procs going crazy. 484 defense. I mean, I'd like to say that the sweet spot for defense heading into master rank is probably going to be about 500, you know? That's what I find the defense to be, like a nice place, especially for the emergency quest. I like to get my defense over 500 if I'm going to do one of those. So, you know, 500, 485, you know, above 450 is going to be a nice spot to be starting master rank off with. Hopefully you'll be able to take a couple hits. Actually, I hope not. I hope master rank is a big old jump, but that's neither here nor there. That's a different video topic for another day. But yeah, you're going to be using this to heal up your homeboys. You know, and the reason why we pick sword and shield is because they can use items while still having their weapon out, right? So let's head to the training area real quick and kind of show this off. For those that don't know, right? For those maybe who don't play a lot of SNS. So let's come over here, boom, 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 right? So let's say you're doing your thing, bop, 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 bop. You know, it's, oh my God, my boy get hit, right? So you block and then you just push Y and you'll potion while your weapon is still out, right? So that's why, like, the healer builds and stuff really suit, you know, sword and shield, right? You can be doing your thing, right? And then you notice one of your boys is getting clipped, right? You come over here, block, hit that Y button. Look at this. You still run, wait for yourself to finish drinking it, get back into the fight. So yeah, that's why, like, wide range and sword and shield paired really well together. Cool. So yeah, that's gonna be today's video. I already have the next video, like, kind of lined up as far as, you know, what builds I'm gonna do next. But still, head to the comments, tell me what you want to see next from me. Tell me what builds you want to see next. Head to the comments, tell me, do you have builds that are better than mine? Let me know. Let me know. Did I forget a skill? Let me know. Let me know. I love talking about builds, and I love doing this because it makes me a better set builder, you know what I mean? A better builder when it comes to these sets. And the reason why I'm using build is, like, I don't know, this whole thing all gemmed in and complete with the talisman is a build to me. And then, like, you know, you can use the Valstrax armor set as a, you know, as a thing. But anyway, that's semantics. hit the comments down below. Tell me what weapon you want me to go over next. And yeah, so those are 3 builds that you should consider using for SNS heading into Sunbreak. Alright, I hope I help at least one person out. If I do, that's mission accomplished, right? But as always, people, happy hunting. Peace.